Welcome to the Paycheck to Passion Top Tips video podcast, where we bring you the best advice for everyday entrepreneurs from our podcast interviewees. So what's on the show today then, Meredith?
Okay, so today we're interviewing Tamar Lucien, and she has a website that helps restaurants find employees and restaurant employees find jobs called canyoustart.com, and it's automated. So people do a video interview and you can find someone on there to start the very next day. So it takes a lot of the work out of human resources and staffing. And yes, of course, that's not really what this podcast is about. It's not about helping you find a job. It's about helping you start a business. But Tamar's story of how she kind of was in that, oh, shoot, something is going to come down really soon position, you know, like she saw the writing on the wall and realized her job wasn't long for being there anymore. And so she found a problem in her industry, found a way to solve it, and started a business. And so her story is really interesting. And she does also give a few tips on hiring that first employee. And so what 5 tips would you give us or give them to help them find the right person for them? Because that first employee plays a really important role in somebody's business.
What I always tell people is write down all of the functions that you do, all of your main revenue generating functions that you do. So that's the first tip. Second is write down all of the things and on your list that stand in the way of your main thing, which is your revenue generating tasks. And I recently did this about 4 months ago, because now we have an assistant, an additional assistant. So number 3, I would say find resources that can automate or maybe project out some of those tasks. So versus, I say that because adding an employee, depending on what state you live in, you know, tax structure can really make an impact on your bottom line very quickly. And most of the time, people don't account for, no matter what the business, no matter how experienced the person is, people don't account for the learning curve. So you may not find immediate relief in hiring someone. It may take some time. So just think about that cost factor. So I would recommend to maybe look for things like TaskRabbit, Fiverr. I do a lot of outsourcing to, small online resources. Some people aren't a big fan of outsourcing because they say, the revenue goes to other countries. There are very talented people on these platforms like Odesk that are here in the States. So if you are opposed to outsourcing, just try to hire a contractor that is based in the States, which is what we do. And the 4th tip I would say is really try not to take on the task of hiring someone yourself, because again, that just puts even more on your plate. And sometimes when you are the decision maker and the person hiring, you kind of think, oh, nobody can do this as good as me. So it's just your judgment is clouded when it comes to picking someone. And sometimes people pick based on, their emotions or how much they like the person. So, you don't have the time or you're not very good at the hiring process, consider outsourcing it and letting someone else handle it for you, because then it doesn't add one more thing to your plate. And number 5, it goes back to the cost of it. Know how you want to hire the person, know the taxes, the regulations, the employment laws in your state, and then kind of move accordingly. Some people who have small businesses sometimes work from home. And when you work from home and you have someone working in your home, as I do, you have to make sure you have the proper insurances to cover that person. So either that's through your homeowner's insurance or you have to get additional insurance for that person, because if they fall or hurt themselves on your property, it gets really messy if it's your property and they're kind of working for you. So it gets convoluted. So just make sure you really know the laws if that's the situation.
Thank you for listening. If you would like more, then all our episodes are available on iTunes or on our website at paychecktopassion.com. There you can find additional resources, you can ask us a question, or just get in touch. See you next time.